Man, what's good with y'all, gang? It's your boy RC World. Back with another banger. Back with another banger, man. I got another lit reaction video for y'all guys, man. Now, we got something different. Stepping away from the music. You feel me? Now, I seen this on my timeline. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I know I ain't seen this title right, bro. It says, Mother microwaves daughter, then frames it on nephew. Like, bro, how can you microwave your own kid? That shit sickening, bro. Make it so bad. This is a black queen. This ain't no white folks. You feel me? This shit crazy. Fact that she ain't no queen no more, man. Ain't no way in hell you microwave your own kid, bro. Then frame it. This shit crazy how the world is. Yeah, we think Jeffrey Dahmer bad, bro. This shit crazy. But I hope y'all enjoy this video, man. Like it up, bro. Prayers for the kid and for the rest of the family, man. Sub if you new, bro. Let's get into it.
Who killed her baby in a microwave oven,
purposely killed her 28-day-old daughter, Paris Talley,
cooking her baby to death in a microwave.
Some call China Arnold the microwave mom.
But family members are now criticizing the court, saying she didn't get a fair trial.
What you have is you have a defendant with no mental problems, and you have a defendant with no excuses.
She means so much to me. She said something happened to me.
This like, who can you trust in the world? A baby that ain't even seen the world yet. She could have been a future nurse, doctor, all types of shit, you feel me? Singer. And she didn't get the experience at 28 months. That shit crazy. That shit crazy.
We've become known for exposing crimes against children and the failings of CPS with regards to keeping them safe. But what about the cases where CPS hadn't been involved prior? Are there things family members could have done to prevent tragedies from happening? Today, we're presenting you with a horrific case with a very unlikely weapon of choice. Something I'm sure you too have in your own home.
On August 30th, 2005, China Arnold and Terrell Talley arrived at Children's Medical Center at 7:15 in the morning with their 28-day-old infant, Paris Talley. The baby had a temperature of 95 degrees and had no pulse, respiration, or blood pressure when she arrived at the hospital. After trying to resuscitate Paris for about 15 minutes, emergency personnel pronounced her dead.
Doctors were mystified and puzzled by the baby's injuries. The baby had burns, but they were not like scalding or liquid burns that you normally see. During the attempts to revive Paris, the parents were in the room. The father was upset and crying, and Arnold shouted that her baby was not burns, that her skin was just peeling off. Another unusual factor was that Paris was dressed in a clean nightgown. However, based on her injuries, the garment should have contained seepage and skin.
When Arnold was asked at the hospital about what had happened, she said that she had arrived at home at 2 in the morning and had tried to feed Paris, but Paris would not drink. Paris felt warm to the touch, so Arnold placed her in a bassinet and put a fan on her. When Arnold got up in the morning, Paris was not acting right, so she brought the baby to the hospital after getting her other children ready for school, placing them on the bus and calling Talley.
Are you a low-income American on food stamps or Medicaid? If so, you are...
Both Arnold and Talley were taken to the police station from the hospital. Contrary to her earlier statement, Arnold said during her police interview that she arrived home at 9:30 or 10 p.m. that evening and had been sleeping in the living room with Paris on her chest. When Paris's crying woke her around 2:30 that morning, she heated a bottle in the microwave and fed her. After changing the baby's diaper, she lay down on the couch and put Paris on her chest and went back to sleep. Arnold stated that when she woke up in the morning, Talley was on the couch beside her, and she did not know where Paris was, but thought Talley had put her in the bassinet, which was upstairs.
Talley told the police that he arrived home between 3 and 4 that morning and laid down on a small couch. After sleeping for a bit, Talley moved to a large couch where Arnold was sleeping. When he woke up in the morning, he found the baby dead, face down on a large couch in the corner.
In the meantime, the police had received consent to search the apartment where Arnold and Tally had lived with baby Paris and Arnold's other 3 children. Prior to the search, the police knew that Paris had been burned, but they did not know the cause of the burns. During the search, detectives learned from the coroner that the burns had been caused by some sort of thermal injury. Nonetheless, the burns had not been caused by anything with which the police were familiar.
The burns were clearly defined, and some areas the extent of the burn was severe. Others were spared entirely, however. For example, Paris's full back had not been burnt. As a result, when detectives went back to the scene of the search, they looked for a cookie tin, heating pad, or something that was rectangular that could have caused the burns on her body. The police saw the microwave oven on the counter, but did not suspect that it had been involved.
The police did find a plastic tub upstairs with cloudy water that looked like sediment. This material was taken from the house. Otherwise, the search of the house was essentially negative. Police
I'm like, bro, what's going through that mother's head while she watching that microwave on, bro? Hearing her baby scream, all that, bro. That shit's fucked up, bro. The person you supposed to love and trust the most, sitting there watching you from outside the microwave, baby screaming, hollering. This shit crazy, bro.
also talked to people in the neighborhood and learned that Tally's sister, Leonda, had watched Arnold's children the night before Paris had died.
When approached regarding this information, Arnold acknowledged that she and Tally had gone out for a couple of hours, starting around 7 p.m. After arriving back home, Arnold stayed outside for a bit and then came into the house between 9:30 and 10. Arnold stated that Leonda was there when she came home. After coming home, Arnold fed Paris a bottle. She said Paris felt hot and so she laid her down. Arnold then repeated the story she had already given about waking up at 2:30 in the morning and later going to the hospital.
By the time of Arnold's third interview on August 30th, 2005, the police knew that Arnold had been seen outside on her porch at 4 a.m. and that she had been arguing with Terrell Tally earlier in the evening and that a plastic tub of water had been found. At that point, Arnold said that she had bathed Paris at noon and had not emptied the water.
Arnold first said that she and Tally had been arguing about her driving, but later admitted that they were arguing about Paris's paternity. Arnold also initially denied being on the porch at 4 in the morning, but eventually admitted it. Arnold said she was waiting for Tally to come home. Arnold then told the police that she was waiting because Tally had taken Paris with him earlier.
When Arnold was asked why she had not said anything about that earlier, she stated that she loved Tally and was protecting him. She did not respond when police asked her about Tally having handed her a burned baby when he returned.
Tally was allowed to leave the police station that day, and Arnold was arrested for child endangering because she was apparently the only one home at the time of the baby's injury. At that time, the coroner still had no idea how the baby's death had been caused, other than that it was due to an elevated temperature caused by thermal injuries. Arnold was released from jail a few days later.
In early 2006, the coroner became aware of children that had been allegedly injured in microwave ovens, and of microwave experiments that had been done on pigs that were about the same size as a small baby. The coroner was alerted to a case in Virginia in which an infant had been found deceased inside of a microwave. Upon investigation, the coroner discovered that the burns in the 2 cases were very similar.
Subsequently, on May 18, 2006, the police returned to 415 Hall Avenue, where Arnold and her family had been living at the time of Paris's death. Although the apartment had been abandoned, the microwave oven was still there. After testing was conducted, an examiner from the Miami Valley Crime Lab found a partial DNA profile from the ceiling of the microwave oven that matched Paris. Arnold was excluded as a source of the DNA. The coroner also tested the microwave oven and concluded that a baby of Paris's size could fit in it.
In addition, the coroner concluded that burn patterns on Paris were consistent with the heating element in the oven, which was located on the dome or roof of the inside part of the oven. According to the coroner, Paris was placed on her back and was faced up towards the heating element. The coroner concluded that Paris died no earlier than 1 a.m. and not significantly later than 3 a.m. on August 30th, 2005.
On November 27, 2006, Arnold was arrested for the aggravated murder of Paris. She was then indicted in December 2006 for aggravated murder, together with a specification that she had purposefully caused the death of another who was under the age of 13 at the time of the offense, and was the principal offender in the commission of the offense.
A jury trial was conducted during January and February of 2008, but the trial court granted a mistrial during the trial.
At Domino's, you can get any 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for $6.99 each, or lava cakes, bread bites, and more.
Based on the surprise discovery of alleged exculpatory evidence. The newly discovered evidence was based on allegations that Arnold's nephew had placed the baby in the microwave oven and had turned it on.
The case was retried in August of 2008, and the defense presented testimony from an 8-year-old boy who stated that he saw Arnold's nephew put the baby in the microwave oven and turn it on. The trial court precluded the defense from calling 2 additional witnesses who would testify that Arnold's nephew had told them that he placed the baby in the microwave.
At the conclusion of the evidence, the jury found Arnold guilty, but deadlocked during the sentencing phase. The trial court then sentenced Arnold to life in prison without the possibility of parole. In addition, the court denied Arnold's motion for a new trial.
The court then reversed Arnold's conviction on November of 2010 based on prosecutorial misconduct.
No, bet. There's no need to be crying, bro. Like, you should have thought of that when you did what you did. For real. Like, imagine you telling your cellmate, they be like, what you in for? I'll microwave my baby. Bro, that shit is sickening, my nigga. Shit fucked up. You know what crazy? Folks don't realize what they did to after the fact. Bro, that was your daughter. You're supposed to cherish her, love her, build a bond that no other human should be able to have. You feel me? That baby couldn't do or did nothing to you. If you didn't want kids, you shouldn't have had one. You feel me? That shit just fucked up.
The possibility of parole. In addition, the court denied Arnold's motion for a new trial.
The court then reversed Arnold's conviction on November of 2010 based on prosecutorial misconduct and error in excluding the testimony of a witness. On remand, the case was tried for a 3rd time in April and May of 2011. At trial, the state presented the following evidence.
On the evening of August 29, 2005, Terrell Talley's sister Leonda offered to babysit Paris while Talley and Arnold went out. Talley and Arnold left at about 6:30 or 7 p.m., purchased a bottle of Bacardi 151, and went to a park where they sat and drank almost the entire bottle.
While at the park, they argued about whether Paris was Talley's baby, because Talley had heard that Arnold had been cheating on him. After about 2 hours, they drove home. Arnold was intoxicated, driving erratically, and going way beyond the speed limit.
When they arrived back home between 9 and 10 p.m., they got into a physical altercation in the parking lot, during which, according to Talley, Arnold bit his lip and he slapped her in the face. Witnesses described Arnold as very intoxicated and barely able to walk and talk.
After the aforementioned altercation, Talley's sister Leonda took her children home and put them to bed. In the meantime, Talley went with the next door.
It just sounded like the baby was already in a bad household. That the dad abusing the girl, alcoholic. Like, no baby should grow up in that environment.
Neighbor named Jason Struth to a nearby apartment called The Bootleg to buy some beer. Talley and Struth then came back and drank the beer on Struth's porch. When Leonda came back outside, she saw Arnold attempting to drive away in the car.
Leonda told Arnold that she was too drunk to drive and took Arnold to get cigarettes. On the way back, Arnold asked Leonda to stop the car because she thought she was going to vomit. They returned about 40 minutes later after they left, and Arnold went into her own house. Subsequently, Talley went into an apartment called The Spot, where he and another individual normally sold drugs. Talley stayed at the spot until 5:30 or 6 in the morning when he returned to Arnold's apartment.
The state presented evidence that Paris was alive and fine at various intervals during the time that Leonda babysat and after they came home from the cigarette run. Both Leonda and a woman named Marcelina Perry testified that Leonda checked on Paris and China at approximately 11:45 that evening at Talley's request.
According to Leonda and Perry, Arnold was asleep on the couch and the baby was in a car seat next to another couch. After checking on Paris, Leonda locked the house and took the house keys to Talley at the spot. According to Leonda, Paris was sleeping and she did not see any injuries. Nothing was wrong with Paris at the time, which was around midnight.
As was indicated, Arnold told the police that she last saw Paris alive around 2:30 in the morning when Paris woke her. Again, Arnold claimed that she had fed Paris, had changed the baby's diaper, and had gone back to sleep. At trial, the state presented evidence that the time of death was between 1 and 3:15 in the morning, and that Arnold was seen outside on her porch at around 4 in the morning, as well as that Paris's DNA had been found in the microwave oven, and that Paris's DNA was the source of a translucent material or suspected skin found in the plastic tub. In addition, the state presented evidence from 2 women who were housed with Arnold in jail during an altercation in which one of the inmates called Arnold a baby killer. Arnold stated, quote, "I didn't mean to do it," end quote.
The defense challenged the timelines presented and also presented
How you didn't mean to do it. You control every action you do. You feel me? You control what you say, what you do. This shit crazy. I feel like I just wanna fight her, bro. But I can't hit the Chris Breeze on her, bro. I just want comment down below, bro. How y'all feel about the whole situation? Cause this shit fucked up. Real shit.
evidence establishing that Tally was in fact Paris's father and that he was a jealous and violent individual.
After hearing the evidence, the jury convicted Arnold on the aggravated murder charge. Following the trial, the court allowed the defense and state to offer testimony and exhibits regarding the alleged third-party guilt of Arnold's nephew. Subsequently, the jury unanimously recommended that Arnold be sentenced to life in prison without parole, where she still remains to this day.
So, Arnold's nephew, you know they went and threatened him. They probably...
That's good, man. Get justice for Paris, man. I want to see RP Paris in the comments, bro. If y'all made this far in the video, RP Paris in the chat, man.
They brought him to the spot and harassed him.
Like, can you imagine taking your own nephew and being like, hey, you're going to admit to this because you're going to get off scot-free for it? Like, just how disgusting.
And then roping some other 8-year-old into it as well.
You had to say, oh yeah, I saw it too. Like, they should have been charged for that on top of it, both of them. Now, you might be thinking, killing a baby with a microwave has to be rare. This must be the only case where a mother would do this to a child. Well, you'd be surprised. And hopefully next week, we will be providing you with many more examples. And if you're watching this in March, you will see a link to this next episode at the end of this video. So please watch until the very end so you can see what we're talking about. It's absolutely unbelievable to think that parents are capable of this. If you appreciate this episode, please understand that it is very hard for us to get into the YouTube algorithm because we are considered borderline content and a non-authoritative news source. Even though I don't consider us journalists, just simply raising awareness of this type of crime is something YouTube does not like. So if you could hit the like button for me and share this video with someone who might like it, this would go...
Bro, I swear YouTube be cop blocking. Like, bro. We all trying to eat out here, man. We all trying to eat, bro. YouTube be cop blocking.
A very long way to helping us fight against the YouTube algorithm. We also have a very wonderful group of people who are subscribed to us on Patreon. I will put their names up right now. I also want to say welcome to several new patrons: Momo, Christina, Becca, Kimberly, Lana, Karen, and Mr. Doctor. Thank you very much for this. It means the world to us. Also, very special shout out to Levi, Holly, and Melissa.
Alright, man. Alright. You feel me? Comment down below how y'all feel about that whole story, bro. This shit was crazy. Check out, if y'all want me to do more of these, parents or siblings, cause these people in this world is crazy as hell, bro. Jeffrey Dahmer, that nigga just crazy. That nigga different. Simple. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Like it up. Like I said, if y'all made it this far, put the prayers, Paris in the comments, man. Sub if you new, man. Turn the post notification so y'all notified every time I drop a banger. Sub if you new. See y'all in the next one.